everyone, today I'm doing the this and that book tag. There are a lot of questions and a lot of books, so let's get started. First up, my oldest and my newest books. It is going to be very hard for me to pick just one book per question, so bear with me. My Little Golden Book of The Lion King and my Sky Dancers book, published by Ladybird, are definitely some of the oldest books on my shelf. But if you're referring to the oldest book in terms of publication year, then this would have to be it. It is my copy of Richard III by William Shakespeare, and this one was published in 1966. The most recent addition to my shelves would have to be this copy of Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Next up, my biggest and my smallest books. My biggest book would definitely be The Grimoire from Wicked. I bought this copy when I went to watch the musical with a bunch of my friends. And these are the smallest books that I have on my shelf. I'm just placing them next to Grimoire for scale. And if you haven't already figured it out, I really loved Disney when I was a little kid, and I still do. Next, my longest and shortest books. My longest book is the bind-up edition of Haruki Murakami's 1Q84 trilogy. This edition, published by Vintage Books, has a whopping 1,318 pages. Here are three of my shortest books. I have Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. I have Lang de Gushi, which translates to The Wolf's Story, and it is a collection of short stories in Mandarin. And then I have Sweet Bean Curd, which is a children's storybook about an uncle who sells sweet bean curd. Next up, my biggest splurge and my best bargain. My biggest book happens to also be my most expensive at about $70. I have two bargains to show you. This is my copy of The Lion King Pride Rock on Broadway, and I bought this on eBay for about $50. And the original price was $70 as well. And I consider it a bargain because I really wanted it. And then we have the musicals of Andrew Lloyd Webber, which I bought at a book sale in uni for $4. Yup, all three are related to musicals. Now for the most beautiful and ugliest covers. First up, we have The Man with the Compound Eyes, which is by Wu Ming-yi, a Taiwanese author, and this book was translated from Mandarin into English. And then we have The Ballad of the Bantro series by James Oswald. I mean, just look at the covers, the colors, the dragons. I love it. Next up, the ugliest covers. This copy of If I Stay, published by Dunton Books. And then this Vietnamese book, Cô Gái Đến Từ Hôm Qua, which translates to The Girl from Yesterday. I probably butchered that. Forgive me, I haven't been learning Vietnamese for very long. On to my favorite books and the books I hated. I have a number of favorite books, but these are the ones that I would instinctively list out if you asked me what my favorite books are. I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, The Unbearable Likeness of Being by Milan Kundera, and The Martian by Andy Weir. And these are the books that I would use as kindling if I needed to start a fire: The Catcher in the Rye, The Da Vinci Code. I don't even want to talk about them. Next, we have the books that made me cry and the ones that made me laugh. These are the books that made me sacrifice a lot of tissues: The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger and P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Athens. Another book that made me cry but isn't featured in this video because I couldn't find it is Marley and Me by John Grogan. The books that made me laugh are The Martian by Andy Weir, Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, and Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. If wit and sarcasm are the type of humor that you enjoy, then I highly recommend these books to you. Woo, number 8. The books that warmed my heart and the ones that made me shiver. The one that warmed my heart would be The Man with the Compound Eyes by Wu Ming-yi. It looks at how we relate and interact with the environment around us, and there's a cat. Come on. And the books that made me shiver: The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I would stay up and read until a chapter where I didn't feel so freaked out and then go to bed. Number 9. A book I can't wait to read and a book I'm putting off. The book I can't wait to read is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, not only because I've heard good reviews, but probably also because it is my newest book. And the book that I'm putting off is The Broken World, which is the 4th book in the Ballad of the Banfield series. Because I'm waiting for the 5th and last book of the series to be out, and I'm also trying to prolong the series for myself because I don't want it to end. Next are the books that I want more people to read, and the ones that weren't as good as expected. I want more people to read The Night Circus and the Ballad of the Banfield series. Especially if you like circuses or dragons, pick these up. I would also highly recommend The Man with the Compound Eyes. If you like cats and you like magical realism, then pick this one. These are the books that disappointed me the most: The Solitude of Prime Numbers by Paolo Giordano and The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Last question. The next book I want to buy and one I'll be getting rid of. Given my very limited shelf space, I don't have books that I really want to buy, but I do have books that I really want to read. The book that I'm getting rid of will likely be The Da Vinci Code. Meh. And that's it for the This and That book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!